Hi, I'm Jackie Elmer and welcome to this video as part of the Sugar Shakedown video series where I'm helping you kick that sugar habit, that sugar addiction to the curb and set yourself up for a life of full functionality, longevity, and wellness. In today's video, we're going to talk about the myth of willpower. Now, it's very easy to think, come on, obesity and sugar addiction and all of that, isn't that just something with personal responsibility or a lack of willpower? I mean, come on, just eat less, move more, all those things that we've heard. But is that really true? Now, as I covered in a previous video, we do naturally develop an addiction to sugar based on how our food is packaged, processed, and fed to us, so to speak, with so many hidden sugars in our food supply. Now, if you don't have the whole series, if you haven't seen that video and you don't have the guide, go to peakperformancehabits.com/sugar shakedown, or you can just fill out the link below down below the video and get that guide, listen to it, and begin to set yourself up for some habit hacks for success. And get those recipes that I'm sharing over time that are simple, delicious, don't make you feel deprived or anything like that, and are simple things that you can do at home, that you can pack and travel with, take to the office, whatever works best for you and whatever your situation is. So let's talk about the myth of willpower. I've already mentioned that sugar gives us that hit of dopamine, that euphoric feeling in our brain that keeps telling us this feels so good and ultimately tells us I want more. Now, in laboratory rats, they've done a lot of studies, and previously cocaine addicted rats will now gravitate to sugar in much the same way that they did before with cocaine, because when they consume the sugar, it gives them that euphoric feeling. It gives them that rush. And interestingly, PET scans that they've done, right, brain imaging that they've done on people with a lot of high fat intake and high sugar intake, they've noticed that the brain responds in much the same way to sugar that it does to heroin and morphine and opium. Really? Again, back to that addiction and back to why willpower really and truly is not the solution. Now, those same rats, through that addiction that they develop to sugar, become depressed. Their teeth begin to chatter when they are kind of going into basically shock and withdrawal when they don't continue to get that sugar rush, that sugar hit that they get. Okay, their teeth are a little shattered. Not shatter. Their teeth will chatter. They shiver. They get depressed, and they lose their willpower even to climb out of water when they're submerged in water. That's pretty scary. And that is an example of why for you and I, willpower is not necessarily the solution. Now, we know that those fat cells that we build through sugar, even though there's no there's no fat in sugar, we're still building fat cells through that sugar consumption based on what happens inside of our body as it begins to break down, metabolize with insulin and glucose and all of those scientific things. As all that begins to happen, we build up fat cells, and those fat cells want more and more and more. And interestingly, sugar is one of those things that cancer cells feed off of. So if you want to lower and reduce your risk of cancer, definitely reduce your sugar consumption. This is so very important. And again, as part of the willpower piece, are all calories created equal? You've seen those little snacky packs that say 100 calories or less, but it's nothing but a pure sugar rush. They're little things of cookies or even chips, which ultimately store largely the same way with that high glycemic index. Are all calories created the same? No. 100 calories of broccoli or kale or sweet potatoes or quinoa or something healthier for you, even berries with fructose already in it, 100 calories of those substances are going to play out very differently in your body than 100 calories of those little snack packy sugar-filled items. So choose your 100 calories carefully and make sure that you are building up your own resistance, building up your own willpower by reducing your addiction to those things that aren't serving you well. Again, if you don't have this entire series, fill in the form below, get the guide that goes with it, get on my recipe tips and fitness tips and all of that, and let's kick that sugar addiction to the curb and do the sugar shakedown. I'm Jackie Elmer. Thanks for listening.